Hello everyone. Today we'll explore a surprising and fascinating story about an object that seems familiar but hides a whole interesting world inside the motorcycle helmet. Have you ever wondered about the history of the helmet you wear every day? Let's begin our journey of discovery together. Our story begins with a tragedy. In 1935, T.E. Lawrence, a famous figure also known as Lawrence of Arabia, died in a motorcycle accident. This heartbreaking event prompted British surgeon Sir Hugh Cairns to start researching and developing the first helmet. Can you imagine that a tragedy gave birth to an invention that has saved millions of lives? Since then, motorcycle helmets have undergone an amazing evolution. The 1960s and 1970s saw the birth of 3/4 and full-face helmets. Do you know the difference between these two types of helmets? The 3/4 helmet protects the head but leaves the face exposed, while the full-face helmet covers the entire head and face, providing maximum protection. But this was just the beginning of the story. 1974 marked an important turning point when the U.S. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration (NHTSA) established the FMVSS S218 safety standard. This standard sets strict impact and durability criteria, forcing manufacturers to constantly improve their products. Can you imagine that each helmet must undergo a series of rigorous tests before reaching consumers? In the 90s, a real revolution took place in the helmet industry. New technologies and materials such as carbon fiber, Kevlar, and synthetic plastics were introduced. These materials not only made helmets lighter but also significantly enhanced protection. Did you know that a modern helmet can be up to 30% lighter than old models while still providing better protection? Now let's look at some impressive numbers. Did you know that over 100 million motorcycle helmets are produced globally each year? And this is nothing compared to their impact on traffic safety. According to the World Health Organization, wearing a helmet can reduce the risk of death in motorcycle accidents by up to 42% and the risk of serious injury by up to 69%. These numbers are really shocking, aren't they? But the story doesn't end there. Let's travel to the countries that use motorcycle helmets the most in the world. First is Vietnam, with about 45 million registered motorcycles. Next is Indonesia with an impressive 120 million motorcycles. But did you know that the country with the largest number of motorcycles in the world is India, with over 200 million registered motorcycles? Can you imagine the traffic scenes in these countries? Now let's look at the future of motorcycle helmets. Can you imagine a helmet that can connect to your phone, display information right in front of your eyes, or even automatically call for help when it detects a collision? This is not science fiction. Manufacturers are developing smart helmets that integrate Bluetooth technology, GPS, and even heads-up displays HUD. Can you imagine that in the near future, your helmet could display maps, vehicle speed, and even traffic information right before your eyes? Or it could automatically adjust ventilation to keep you comfortable, regardless of the weather. These are no longer just futuristic ideas, but are gradually becoming reality. But did you know that helmets are not just an industrial product, but also an industry with profound economic and social impacts? In the US, the helmet industry has created thousands of jobs, from production workers to design engineers. Moreover, according to CDC reports, helmets have helped save about $3 billion in medical costs and productivity losses annually. Can you imagine that a small helmet can create such a huge economic impact? But that's not all. Helmets also play an important role in raising awareness about traffic safety. For example, the Save Your Melon campaign in the US helped increase the helmet wearing rate from 63% to 80%. This shows the importance of education and promotion of traffic safety. Did you know that helmet production is also moving towards sustainability and environmental friendliness? Manufacturers are looking for recyclable materials and green production processes to reduce environmental impact. In the future, your helmet could be made from recycled materials and be completely recyclable when it expires. Another interesting thing is the diversity of helmet types. From full-face helmets for speed racers, to off-road helmets for adventure lovers, or modular helmets for long trips. Each type of helmet has its own design and characteristics, suitable for different needs and riding styles. What type of rider are you? Now let's reflect a bit. What do you think about the future of motorcycle helmets? Will we have helmets that can adjust their size to fit the wearer's head? Or even helmets that can self-repair when slightly damaged? These ideas seem futuristic, but with the current rate of technological development, they could become reality in the not-too-distant future. Did you know that choosing a helmet is also an art? It's not just about size and style, but also about material, ventilation, and even color. For example, studies show that light-colored helmets, especially white ones, can make motorcycle riders more visible in low light conditions, thereby reducing the risk of accidents. And here's an interesting fact. Did you know that motorcycle helmets are becoming a part of fashion? Many fashion designers are collaborating with helmet manufacturers to create helmets that are not only safe but also very stylish. This not only increases aesthetics but also encourages more people to wear helmets. Finally, remember that every time you wear a helmet, you're not just protecting yourself, but also being part of a bigger story, a story about safety, innovation, and human progress. So always remember to wear a helmet whenever you ride a motorcycle. The story about motorcycle helmets has many more interesting aspects. Would you like to know more about the design and testing process of a helmet? Or are you curious about how manufacturers balance safety, comfort, and aesthetics? Leave a comment if you want to learn more about these topics. Finally, I want to remind all of you that safety comes first. Every time you wear a helmet, you're not just protecting yourself, but also contributing to building a safer society. So always remember to wear a helmet whenever you ride a motorcycle and encourage those around you to do the same. Together, we can make a difference. Thank you for following our story about motorcycle helmets. We hope that through this article, you not only learned many interesting things, but also realized the importance of wearing a helmet. Remember, every time you wear a helmet, you're participating in a bigger story, a story about human safety and progress. See you in the next interesting topics.